What's up, you guys? It's time to make another delivery or get to the receiver. It won't be delivered right away, but as far as this video is concerned, it'll be showing up at the receiver and shortly after running in for the delivery. So that's what this video is going to be about, just showing up at the Walmart DC in Los Lunas, New Mexico. Currently westbound I-40 in the Albuquerque area, less than 5 miles, or right around 5 miles away from I-25. I'll be heading south on I-25 from here. Some of you guys are already well familiar with where Los Lunas is, but for those of you guys who are not, I like to keep you guys informed on where about in the U.S. I'm actually at. If you can find Albuquerque on the map, it shouldn't be hard. Right where I-40 and I-25 meet up. That's about where I'm at. I'm just east of that interchange. 5 miles to go to there. I don't deliver till midnight tonight. A lot of you guys who are watching my live stream earlier already well familiar about with where I'm heading. I don't want to be this close to that guy, but I'll make some room for him. I'm going to stay over here in the right lane for when I need it. Alright. Now, Cody was asking during my live stream, he wanted me to face my phone camera at myself so he could see what my habits were, but now this right here, this is where you can get my habits because I got the interior facing camera at me anyway, and I'm recording for this, to show where I'm heading, and you can pick up on my habits from this. I'm gonna have good habits and probably some bad habits you might spot. But whatever the case, yeah, I mean we all have bad habits. Anyway, about to get on I-25 in a couple more miles. Be about a 20 to 25 mile trip. I forget the exact exit number. 206, something like that. And I want to say it's around, I don't know, it's in the mid to low 200 or something like that exit number range. And I think it's right around 225 or so where the exit on I-25 for I-40. So we'll just say roughly 20 miles. I know it's in that ballpark. It's south of Albuquerque. They don't really have anywhere to park near the DC, not legally at least, but I'm going to go ahead and go straight there because I want to get there and in my clock right away and just PC in. Alright, now if you guys notice there, speaking of habits, I'm jumping back and forth between my door mirrors on the right side and my hood mirror. I like to check my hood mirror just to double check there's nobody in my blind spot over here. If you have a habit of looking both, damn it, I was in the correct lane in the first place. If you have a habit of checking both regularly when you're about to make, especially when you're about to make a lane change, you can't possibly use the excuse that you couldn't see somebody when you're running them off the road. Because you can clearly see them right there in any of these. What is going on here? Is this just roadwork? Yeah, this is just roadwork. Okay. Alright, half a mile to go. This car is kind of annoying me. Not sure why they're dropping all the way down to 55 so fast. I'd like to go around them, but I don't know that I can. I'm not familiar enough with using I-25 interchange to have a good proficient grasp or whatever of what lanes are available to me to get on the southbound side. As far as I'm concerned, this is the lane I have to be in. But I think there were two, yeah. So I thought one of the other two lanes I could use. I just didn't remember which one. Alright, the problem I have here is I gotta slow down for this curve because I have a load to deal with. And evidently this car is gonna stay southbound, but just probably be a nuisance. Here. I have a kind of lighter load, so I'll have an easier time slowing down with this curve. It was a 40-mile-an-hour advisory speed, but you probably see I'm doing 45. Get that damn brake wear minimize thing off my screen. I like to be able to see what look at my gauges without that stupid thing in the way. Need that frickin' coaching shit anyway. You're gonna have coaching off at certain things like that still pop up. Oh, you can use your disc brakes and save on brake wear. I know I'm gonna need the next lane. Alright, I think it's 65 zone through here still. It's going to drop to 55 up here, not too far up the road though. Now normally if I had, also if I was going to stop, soon, like if I was going to stop more than maybe a few hours, 2 or 3 hours before my appointment time, or I'll just say 2 or 3 hours before I can actually check in. So I have a midnight appointment time, which means Walmart, the earliest I can check in at the guard shack is 11 p.m. And I'm going to be there right around 8. So it's going to be about a 3-hour gap between when I get there and when I can check in. It's kind of pushing it on the length of time that I'm going to hang out there. I'm not it's not a good practice naturally to park in the middle of the road, but you're going to see when you get there, it's very common to see trucks parked in the center turn lane there, which is, see we're in the 55 zone now. Backing off. Yeah, very common for trucks to be parked there in the center turn lane. My understanding, a little down more. Yeah, the troopers here in New Mexico tend to be more anal than other states when it comes to speed enforcement. In terms of how fast over the speed limit you can go before they'll start ticketing you. They don't mess around here. Especially when you're in a truck, I'd say. But, alright, so anyway, yeah. What I've been told, at least if the cops if the cops come around there, I guess they'll check your, they'll basically get a list of what license numbers and U.S. dot numbers and all that kind of stuff first, and write it down, and then they'll take off for about an hour or two, whatever, and then they'll come back, and whatever trucks are still there after an hour or two, whatever, they'll start giving tickets to. At least that's what I've been told. I don't know if that's the truth. I have hung out there before. And like, well, I have a delivery to make, and I'm not going to have a valid clock when it's time for me to, when it's the time when I can make my delivery. So, man, in a lot of cities, it's permissible for trucks to park like that when they're waiting to make a pickup or delivery, like when they're actively trying to make a pickup or delivery, whatever. Now, obviously, Walmart has their own driveway, but I can't park in their driveway. I have to park somewhere else. So it's either wait in the middle of the center turn lane right there on that street, which is very quiet. It's nothing more than truck activity and cars related to warehouses that trucks go to, or I have to PC or go down there, PC back up here. So this is mile marker 222 here, so it should be a little bit less than 20 miles away now. There is a casino and a small, gas station / truck stop coming up not too far down the road. It's not Rio Bravo Boulevard, is it? I want to say it's a little bit further down, but it might be. No. So I know there's a casino. There's a parking lot at the casino you can park in, and then there's a smaller like a gas station with a small, I guess, not so large amount of truck parking available right down the street. I think we're still 55 zone, so yeah, I think it picks back up after a little bit after this point. Great, here come the sneezes. Usually when I sneeze once, I do it like 10 times before I'm done. So let's see how many times to do it this time. That's 2 so far. This tanker's flying by me, but doesn't necessarily mean it's 65 zone yet. I'm gonna start speeding up anyway, though. I keep thinking it's around this area where it picks back up. Like maybe I didn't pay attention to a sign that already passed. Nobody on the on-ramp, but since I'm going around the right curve, I'm using that mirror to monitor the traffic that's behind me. Alright, see, now I can get back up to 70. Alright, Los Lunas, 16 miles away. Now, I did do a video, I think, not long ago, where I delivered to the same DC, if I remember right. I don't know, I have to double check. I know I recorded footage for it, or at least some, but I don't know if I got it, or maybe I changed my mind about posting it, or I don't know. But yeah, just in case you didn't see that, or if I even did post it. When we get down to Los Lunas, there's going to be a Walmart. Well, it's going to be hard to see the Walmart, but there'll be like a bunch of nothingness, and then all of a sudden there's this exit with, what's that place just north of the Walmart you'll see first. And then you can see like the back side of the building where Walmart is. And that's the exit I'll be getting off at. I don't remember if that's exit 204, 206, 20, something like that. 20 something. All I remember. That's the exit I'll be getting off at. Alright, also, for you guys who were not watching the live stream earlier, I did have a lot of problems with connections because anywhere near the New Mexico-Texas border, yeah, forget it. It's been buffers a lot. Cellular service there is not good. I mean, I can maybe get enough for phone service and stuff, but not necessarily data, which is what I need. Alright, anyway, for those of you guys who aren't up to speed on what's going on, I deliver tonight at midnight. And then as soon as I'm done getting a 10-hour break in here, I need to run to Amarillo to pick up a Tyson load. And that one is going to Calexico, California. Calexico is off of Interstate 8, really close to the Mexican border. It's about halfway between, roughly halfway-ish between Yuma, Arizona, and the San Diego area. Maybe a little bit closer to Yuma, I'd say, but give or take, I guess, something like that. So that's where that load's going. It's supposed to be there on Tuesday morning, the 12th. Forget it was the 12th or 13th now. I don't know. I don't remember. Okay, well, let's just say tonight is Sunday night. On Monday, I'll be going to pick the load up. And then Tuesday, I'm supposed to deliver it at 8 in the morning. But the planner already told me, don't worry, if I can't get it delivered on time, they can work on a reschedule or whatever, working in or something. They just they don't have anybody available to cover that particular load, and I'm the best option available, so they want me to go get it. Works for me because it keeps me rolling. It's going to be over, I think, 1,200 miles total between the deadhead and the loaded miles, though. Okay, this exit right here, I'm just passing. Right over there on the other side is where that gas station is at I'm talking about, and the casino. So if it really came down to it, I would be getting off the freeway right here, going over to that casino parking lot there, and hanging out there until it's time to deliver. But I need to log all my miles again to the receiver first. And if push comes to shove, like say if I stay there in the middle of the street, and then let's say the local police show up and kick me out of there, then I'm going to have to PC back up to here, and then PC back to the receiver when it's when I can actually when I can actually allow to check in. So anyway, yeah, it's over 1,200 miles, I believe, a little over 300 deadhead, and then 900 and some odd miles loaded. I'm not even sure I can do that in 2 shifts. I'm going to try. I think I can do it in 2, especially since the load is supposedly already ready for pickup now. But I might have to possibly plan on taking an extra 10-hour break and then maybe run the final miles in from perhaps Yuma to there or something. I don't know. But if I make really good use of my miles tomorrow, I don't know, I might be able to do it in 2 shifts. I'm going to give it a try, but even with 2 shifts, I'm not going to be on time. There's no way I can make that delivery on time, so do what I can with it and at least give them more options to work with on rescheduling sooner than later. Let's see, I was down to about 38 hours, I think, on my clock when I stopped in Tucumcari earlier. I burned about 3 of those hours getting to Los Lunas, so I'll be down to about 35. I figure I'll probably need about 20 or 22, I don't know, 20-ish ballpark hours to work with to get from Los Lunas to Amarillo back, and then over to Calexico. So I should be down to around like 15 or so left on my Qualcomm lit back up on its own, and I'm not really sure why. It's not any part of my DOT clock that's a concern. Well, it does say DOT 214. That might be why, because 214, that's usually what it adds back to my 14-hour clock when I hit that little checkbox on my status page saying we'll combine with whatever. Mind you, I started my clock at around, 7 or so this morning, Mountain Time. And it's coming up on 1900, so, which would have been, no, that would have been 12 hours. 2100 would have been where my 14 ends. drive clock, because I had 5:15 or something like that to work with when I stopped in Tucumcari, and like I said, I expected to burn about 3, so that should be right in the right ballpark of where my drive clock should be. So, but just so happens I noticed right around 2:14 is what gets added to my 14-hour clock, or at least the times I've hit that checkbox and messed with it. So it had me thinking that maybe it was my 14 that was the issue, but no, I don't think that should be my drive clock. I got exit 209 here, Highway 317, Isleta Pueblo. I can see the Walmart DC right over there off to the right, up in the distance. The 210 mile marker now. Yeah, so within about 5 miles or so, I'll be off the freeway. Stay on the, I think he's off the off-ramp, but just in case. Yeah, he's at the very end of the off-ramp lane, so never know, those guys might suddenly come out onto the lane or something, or somebody, especially when you're in a truck, you gotta watch out for the suicide by truck types too, because that is a thing. Not just people being stupid and not paying attention and getting themselves into harm's way on accident, but there are people out here who will do something like, will park like that, and then they'll get out of their car and then intentionally walk right into your path so that to get hit and killed by you if you're in a truck. Don't mess around with those kind of people. That's why we don't want to be around other traffic when they're on the right shoulder. Nah, I don't know what I'm looking there, I guess. Not any way stations to deal with or anything along that line. I like to leave the volume off on it, even end the display off too. That's why I was like, why did the display turn back on me? Normally it'll turn itself back on when I have maybe a new incoming message or an HOS warning, like, hey, I'm down to an hour left on my clock or something. Got someone here, or is that a shrine or someone parked? Okay, that's a shrine. A couple of crosses right there from a fatal accident that happened. 207 and a half. Between the 207 and a half and 208. Alright, anyway, like I said, yeah, the display turning itself back on when I usually like to have it off at nighttime. I like it to be as dark as possible in here normally. Right now I obviously don't. I have the dash cam lit up. I normally have it turned off. And have that on, but only for safe, because I'm not going to be using it for very long. And it's mainly so the interior camera can actually see me and you have a little bit more of an interactive feel with me instead of just looking at the road ahead and hearing me talking. Walmart store right here off the exit. It used to be that trucks were allowed to park there, but they're no longer allowed to park there. Don't try to park there, you might get booted. You don't want to find out the hard way that you're getting some hardware put onto your tire or windshield or something and have to pay several $100s to get it removed and kicked off the line in the process. I will go ahead and park in the center turn lane. If there is an issue, hey, I'm just there waiting for my appointment time so I can go inside their lot and deliver. worst case, like I said, I would get over here. At least I'm done logging my drive time to where I need to be logged to, and then I can PC away from here to somewhere legal to park, or somewhere won't get bothered at least, and come back when it's time. Okay, exit 203, that's what it is. Yeah, you see a bunch of nothing, and then all of a sudden start seeing a few businesses and stuff. Got Carl's Jr., Denny's, Wiener Schnitzel, Circle K, Murphy Express, Speedway, Phillips 66. Walmart's right over here. The store is right over here. You can only see the back of it. The historic Route 66 exit. Also Highway 6. Highway 6 you can actually take all the way out over to the west, and it'll take you right over to I-40 in between Albuquerque and Grants. Okay, be a right turn here. Alright. Now, CDL schools will tell you check the outside mirror. Yeah, the turn to you're on the outside part of the turn to check your header board. You probably saw me looking over that way a few times. It's not really to check my header board, although it's good practice. I'm looking over that way more to double check what's going on with the traffic over there, see if I'm pulling out in front of somebody and need to expedite a maneuver to get out of the way of somebody who might be speeding or not paying attention or something along that line. Okay, this first exit and this first light here goes to Walmart. The next one down is the one I'm going to turn on. Okay, another right turn here. Los Morros Road and Huning Ranch. Four-wheeler back there. I got yield sign, but nobody coming. Montana's over there. Come up the road a little bit. There's going to be an island up here. I see this prime driver's got the same idea that I do, and that's parking a median oops. Uh-oh. That's the local PD. Local PD lighting them up for parking there. Alright, so I might not want to be hanging out here because they're apparently actively enforcing. I still got 3 hours or so before I can check in, and I'm supposed to turn right here on my right, but see that cop over there, I might just let me come down to the end of the road. I'll get turned around in that here, and maybe I do like a log post trip or something, and then I'll turn around and I don't want to make illegal U-turns, so there's a truck parked right here, right? If I could park there, but yeah, I don't know this. Screw it. I don't know if I can get back onto Highway 6 from here. I'm gonna here. Let me get. Oh, well, this gate's closed anyway, but well, at least I have my four-ways on, so doesn't look quite as bad. Yeah, it looks like this street goes straight through to the Highway 6. So, all right, at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and lock my my post strip. I'm gonna get my 10-hour break started quicker, and since I saw that going on, I'll probably just, like I say, PC back over to the casino or something, hang out there, and then come back. I don't know, about 10:40 or 22:45 or 10:45 tonight. Leave there and then come back here. Should be checking in right around 2300. Double check. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a midnight delivery. Yeah. Or at midnight. Okay, so. No, that's how it is getting here. I'll have more footage for you. Yeah, I don't know. I might go ahead and do more. Have more recorded footage for you going from here back to the casino to hang out. You can see what it looks like there. The casino or the truck stop, whatever. And I come back and then make the delivery. Just trying to avoid having the video make I guess too long in duration. Takes up more disk space on my tablet too, and that's hard to come by sometimes. So, all right, now see you shortly. All right, guys, I'm at a PC now. Just stay away from the cops here. I just found out on Trucker Path there's a Love's just 12 miles down further down I-25 from where I'm at now. So I'm gonna go ahead and PC over there, personal use. Alright, and we'll head over there. An hour ago it was reported there were a lot of spots open, but at 8 p.m. I'm not sure. I bet on that being the case, but at least I can hang out there and not get bothered by the cops. I mean, if I have to sit in the fuel island, then maybe even do little circles around it or something, or wait for someone to leave a spot. I can do that. I'm not too keen on going up to that casino. Actually, it looked like the Loves might be just a hair closer anyway. It's at exit 191, which is 12 miles south of here. Wait on this guy to go, and then looks like we're clear on the right. Just gotta wait on this. Could you hurry up already? I'm gonna head south on 25 to get to that Love's. So it's Heartland Express. Kind of bullshit that they don't let trucks park over there. It should be allowed when you're at least, say at least if you're within maybe a few hours of your appointment time. Duff's over there lighting up the other guy who I saw over there. I don't see Prime over there anymore, and then now I see him behind that other truck that was parked over there closer to Walmart's driveway. To me, that's chicken shit. Don't you got better things to do than worry about about trucks parking on a street that only does truck-related stuff? Maybe they have that rule because of stupid truckers making messes there that have to be cleaned up because, assholes like slobs that we have here in our industry like to ruin it for everybody else. Guessing that's what it is, or maybe because of distracted drivers running into parked trucks, or who knows, but either way, that should be on them. Why did I try to shift into that gear? Oops. Never turned off the music, so I accidentally hit the mute button to unmute it. And that's a good song too. I can tell that was Bad Religion. Well, it's no. Reach for the Stars or whatever that song's called. Alright, so exit 191 is what we're looking for. I think it's a brand new Love's because when I looked at the satellite view, it's not even there. It just looked like some houses or whatever, not far from there. But it's in Belen, B-E-L-E-N, whatever. It's 10 miles away, and yeah, and I actually see the sign. I can see the light right now. That's probably Love's. I'm going to take a wild guess at what I'm seeing way down the road there is the Love's, but if it's not that, it's not too far away from where it should be, because I'm at the 202. It should be about 11 miles away, and this valley here with these sky conditions, yeah, I should be able to see at least easily past 10 miles. So yeah, that does look like it's probably about the right distance. I'm pretty sure it is the Love's up there. So fingers crossed, maybe we'll find parking there and it can hang out there until it's time to deliver, and then head back up when I'm actually allowed to check in. This kind of sucked. I got really broken up. Gonna have a really broken up 10-hour break. Not a real legit one, but I can always, like I say, I can always stop and rest if I need to rest. Nobody's gonna force me to drive tired, and I'm sure as hell not gonna allow it to happen either. So even if it gets broken up, if I feel fine drive after, in spite of it, then I'm going to go ahead and keep running. If I feel like I didn't really get enough sleep, then I'm just going to go ahead and maybe do 8-2 splits or 7-3s. seems like it's closer than the 191 mile marker. Alright, what's going on here? I got red flashy lights. To me, that normally means fire department. If I see red and blue, then it's police, but this is New Mexico, not California, so this could be... I see someone over on the right shoulder with their hazard lights on too, which is so highly suggestive that there's an accident right there. Back it off, and here. Yeah, looks like there's a car in the median. I see some. I see their lights shining on it. That's an accident. It looks more like a bust, like someone's getting separated from their car, and I don't know, maybe maybe that the car is getting impounded. They're perhaps giving them a chance to get their belongings out of it before they impound the vehicle. I don't know, something along that line. The 195 here. Semco Incorporated Manufacturing. Screw you guys and your engine brakes prohibited. I'm doing it well. I got a muffler on my engine brake, not like they're noisy. Those laws are usually more applicable to the guys with the straight pipes, right? You know, the really obnoxious ones. For good reason, there. They don't, you know, shouldn't be that obnoxious, especially at nighttime. You know, some people think it's cool. Some people think they're the most awesome thing, and who gives a shit about the fact that disrupts other people's sleep? I mean, to me, it's no different than blowing your air horn in the truck stop. And for those of you guys, for you rookie drivers, for those of you guys who aren't in the industry yet, especially those of you guys who don't have CDLs yet but plan to, don't blow your air horn in the truck stop. Well, it was part of my pre-trip, so don't blow it somewhere else. There are people trying to sleep at the truck stop. And there are people who sleep at all whatever different hours a day. There are people who drive at night and sleep during the day, and there are people who drive during the day and sleep at night. And the last thing you want to do is be trying to sleep on your 10-hour break and have your sleep disrupted by some idiot blowing the air horn needlessly. I see it happen every so often at truck stops where some rookie will blow their air horn before they're backing into a spot because that's what they were taught in CDL school. Well, I don't care what they teach you in CDL school. Don't do it. It's one thing to do that when you're in maybe a customer's yard, but generally it's universally accepted, understood that if you're approaching a spot, and you know, it's pretty obvious when you're trying to set up to back into a spot. You're close to the trucks or to the spot you're trying to get into. You kick out, and you know you kick out to get at an angle, and you know, and you should have your four-ways or hazard lights on as well, and all those are indications that I'm about to back up. Don't try to drive between me and my spot, and don't try to walk between me and my spot when that is going on, because there's a possibility you could get hit by the back of my trailer or run over if you're on foot or whatever. Alright, my exit's coming up here, one more mile. Camino del Llano. 1 mile away. That's not Llano, it's Llano. LL, that's a Spanish, when it's usually like Spanish. When you see LL together, it's pronounced Y, like a Y. Llano. Repeat after me. Now, I always laugh at the way people try to pronounce cities in California. In fact, Jesse Wyatt, buddy of mine, his wife Diane, she just did a live video today involving an incident in the Cajon Pass in California, I-15, and she called it the Cajun Pass. Same thing that Cody Shehorn calls it, and every time someone says that, I'm laughing my ass off, and it's like, you guys have no clue. Alright, so, yeah, that Loves is indeed right where I thought it would be, which, I mean, based on where the pin placement was. And that was in where it's at here is, it was basically an empty field. There wasn't even anything there on the satellite view, so this Love's probably not even 6 months old. Can't tell how full it is. I think I see a spot open over there, so probably have a winner here. Yield sign from my side means I don't have to stop. Alright, this is exit only. Looking mostly full, but so if I have to hang out here, camp out wherever, lollygag around, is this the spot right here? No, there's a bobtail on that one. Two spots open right there, so even if these guys, what is this guy doing? Oh, he's waiting for Prime to back into that. That's probably the same Prime guy who got lit up. So I'll probably ask that Prime driver. Oh, there's spots right here. There's a bunch of spots right, or no, yeah. Well, some of these spots are reserved for Loves. But yeah, there's definitely spots open here. I'm going to turn off my headlights. That way I'm not shining them at Prime while he's trying to back. Alright, yeah, he's a reefer, so... There's plenty of parking here. 45 angle. See Swift coming in back there. Let's here. Get over here a little bit faster to help Swift get over. On the line over there, but at least want to get back so Swift can do what he's got to do more expeditiously. Now I can recenter myself. There we go. Duty we go. Alright, so yeah, new Loves here. You see there's plenty of spots here. I still see 1, 2, 3, at least 3 spots to my right, in addition to the ones that are reserved for people wanting tire and oil service here. I think there's some more over here on the further down this row. I see at least 3 or 4 in a row over here on the other row, and a couple more, including the one that this hotshot driver's backing into now. Looking good here. I-25 is not a really heavily truck traveled route anyway, normally, at least not for us. Maybe some other companies. I'm never on I-25 usually, so I don't know. I'm not sure who really normally is on this corridor, but definitely not Cedar England, definitely not JCT. Very rare to see either one of them on 25 outside of the Denver to Cheyenne section. All right, well, I'm gonna bed down for the next hour or a couple hours, whatever. It is 8:30, so yeah, a little more than 2 hours, and I'll be back online to head back to the receiver at that time. Okay, we'll see you guys just keep watching that. I'll be back in 2 hours, but it's gonna look like only a few seconds later for you guys. So, all right, see you soon.